Hey, the light's green.
Means go. Hey and welcome. RT Spacer with you, and this is the Grabber 2-bike trunk rack I'm attaching now to my vehicle. Now obviously it carries 2 bikes as heavy as 35 pounds each. It came assembled right out of the box, so that was pretty convenient. There was nothing to screw in, none of that. It fits most sedans and vans, supposedly, but I would look over the owner's guide. It's just a booklet, and in it, there is a specific list of vehicles this rack is good for and not so good for. This comes with the product if you choose to buy it. Now it folds and unfolds quickly and easily. And by that I mean it locks into the folded position, and if you open it up, it locks into that open position too. So there's nothing to screw or pin down in that process. It does that on its own. It adjusts to your vehicle with pins that go through these slots. I can present that in another video if you want to see what that looks like, but it goes through the slots and then you can actually secure it into place. There's 2 of those pins. Do not use this trunk rack without those in place. Alright, so this particular trunk rack has just 4 straps, 2 upper straps and 2 lower straps, all of which I've attached to the trunk. Now it's good to make sure the straps are not twisting. If any of them are twisting, I would go back and straighten every single one to make sure that strap is as straight as possible on the way to the hooks. This is to help keep the straps tightened when you're out on the road. Okay, as far as attaching the bike to the bike rack, my tendency is to place the bike on the first mount furthest out from the vehicle instead of the one that would bring the bike closer to the vehicle, because the bike may wind up too close, and different vehicles come in all different shapes and sizes, so in your case the bike may actually be too close. For example, the tire could hit the vehicle or maybe the pedal, causing damage, and we don't want that. No matter which mount I put the bike onto, I always tie down the wheel. I tie it to the frame of the bike rack, and then the bike rack straps, I like to attach those to the frame of the bike so that they're not flapping all over the place. That's just how I do it personally, and to be honest with you, I don't go very far with the bike. I try to stay local, but if I do have multiple stops along the way, just about any point in time, I even go out of my way to check the straps, make sure they're good and tight before I proceed any further. So I've been using this bike rack for about a year now, and I've grown fond of the occasional shifting, particularly on bumps and on turns. You just have to be careful with every turn. As long as you have the whole setup attached properly, you don't have anything to worry about when it comes to this bike rack. Now, the owner's guide says not to use this rack above speeds of 65 miles an hour. Now, this is just me personally. I would rather not go much higher than 55 miles an hour with all this attached to the vehicle, because things just start to get shaky. If you want to see what that looks like, I can do a video on that. I could do a part 2 of this review covering a bunch of different things I might have missed in this video. Now, once I'm at my destination and I'm taking the bike off to go for a ride, I never usually leave the rack on the car because it's that easy to take off. It's that easy to remove from the vehicle and to take off with it. So I just undo it, fold it up, and store it into my trunk. I can easily take it out and put it back on again. And I don't mind doing that. So it's whatever you want to do with it. Again, this is the Grabber 2-bike trunk rack. It's model number 175. I think it's only available at Amazon as well as Dick's Sporting Goods. And I think both places were selling it for about $50 or $49.99. That's not including tax. Now, there are more elite and expensive products by Grabber, but I can't speak for them because I've only used this one and I've stuck with this one. I'm not sure if I mentioned this already, but I'm used to just mounting this one bike onto the rack. I've never done two, so I can't really speak for that situation either. Well, there might be quite a bit that I didn't touch on that you might have been interested to hear about. If so, I'm open to requests, questions, concerns that you might have. You can just place them in the comment section below. Now, I'm not a spokesperson or something like that for Grabber products. This is just something I've used and I've grown fond of, and I wanted to create a video review, something helpful that may aid with people who are interested in using this for the first time. Things of that nature. So with that, I gotta run, and take care for now.